Welcome in to a couple of ACC champions. I was just asking
down there
him.
talking about rings.
I thought, when are we getting our rings?
I don't know, man.
I think you deserve some rings. Darius Washington, Patrick Payton, and the whole cast of characters. Thanks, guys, for joining us. You look back at that ACC championship game and the season that was last year. How does that play into the feeling you guys have felt all of spring now heading into fall camp?
Just knowing that we have brought back what Florida State really used to be, winning on a consistent basis every year. And not like Coach Odell always used to tell us, like ACC championships was nothing back then to Florida State. But now it's just knowing that we have a chance to keep it moving and keep Coach Norvell name big out here. And just know we got a whole bunch of young guys and some new guys who just ready to prove themselves and take us back to where we just came from.
Darius, I did some scrolling on Instagram and saw your profile picture. They gonna put it up. Can you explain what the profile picture is about and the story behind it?
Oh, the profile picture, that's just motivation every day. It's on Twitter and on Instagram. That's just motivation to let y'all know that we trying to get back to that, get to the championship.
Yeah.
That's where I want to be at. That's what I want. That's what we want. That's what everybody on this team want. That's what we can work for.
I love that, man. I love the acquired talent, the homegrown guys. I mean, guys that have been here, done that for this team. Patrick, we were talking earlier about you're the guy now defensively.
Yes,
You're going to get a lot of double teams. You're going to get a lot of chips. Slide. They're going to slide to you. I mean, where's Waldo? Where's 11? We're going to find them. How do you combat that? What things have you been working on to get ready for that and prepare for that?
Really just playing hard as I can every play. Not even if I do get blocked by 2-3 people, just not stopping. Like not just like show effort that I'm still trying to get there, and don't have my mind all caught up into the statistics. And it was like the same thing last year with I'm gonna say his name Jared Verse. You know, the first 4 games, people thought he wasn't playing good just because he have a lot of sacks. When really he dominated tackles, dominated offensive line, but just the statistics wasn't there. And then by the end of the season, he had about 3-4 2-sack games and end with 9 sacks, 12 TFLs. That's the biggest thing I'm looking for this year, because at first I was doing the same thing too in the beginning of the season, too worried about the stats. Then one day, like, I had like a little mirror on my wall, the same story with Brady Fisk. I erased everything off that wall, like stats, defensive player of the year, all that. I erased all that off.
Wow. Then
I ended with 7. I only had 1 when I erased all that. So that's what it really was, just going out there and playing, not worried about the statistics, just play.
Darius, as an all-conference offensive lineman returning, you played college football for a long time. How has DJU come into this Florida State team, earned the respect of guys like yourselves, but also the rest of the football team?
Just by the way he worked, just his work ethic, and just how he just come in and try to lead guys, and just how he just try to be a great teammate to everybody, and just really trying to show that he really wants this, and really wants to put us back to the same place where we was at last year.
Darius, you showed a lot of versatility on the offensive line, playing left tackle, playing center. I saw an interview, you said you could snap the ball, but you wasn't ready for it mentally. Has that changed? Have you spent more time at center, or are you just focusing on left tackle?
Yeah, my mindset is focused on all positions at all times, because I know at the end of the day, wherever I get called on to go play, I can go play and I'm going to go do it. So, like, going back to that, when I was snapping the ball at first, I really wasn't mentally knowing the game, but now it's like, now I know how to snap the ball and read defenses and just read and help put people in the right positions.
And showing that versatility to the NFL as well. You talk about not worrying about stats and all that, but hey, there's a next level that guys want to get to in the NFL is that. So you showing teams that you can move across the line is going to be big for you.
Yes, sir. That does play a big factor in the versatility, but also my main thing is just to help the team.
Yeah.
Well, Patrick, I got one for you. Just kind of give us a rundown of what to expect from this defense. I think a lot of times the offense always gets the attention. I know I'm a quarterback, so of course people come and talk to us. But, you know, even on the teams I had at Florida State, we had an amazing defense and specifically a great defensive line. So how would you kind of explain the defense and what the expectation should be for that D?
A whole bunch of hungry guys, just like, because knowing how great our defense was last year, and I know it's guys who stepping up into bigger roles who knowing, like, I just watched last year how great our defensive line was, or our DBs was, linebackers was. Now I have to, like, it's not, oh, can I, would I? I have to step up. I got to be the guy now. And especially with our defensive back room. Our defensive line room was great too. Linebackers room was great too. But our defensive back room, those guys are young, they're fast, they're It's a couple sophomores here who y'all don't probably know their name yet right now, but
coming soon.
I've been watching them in the spring and watching them in the summer, and y'all gonna know a couple of their names very soon.
Just let people know to pay attention. Since you mentioned the name Jared Verse, you also mentioned the name Braden Fisk.
Yes.
Playing with them, what's something you took from each of them? Now watching them also go in the draft, it has to be pretty special.
It was really, with them two, a lot of teams love just how hard they played. Because, both of them, like in the beginnings of earlier their career and probably high school, I know y'all know Jared Verse story. Like, they wasn't always super talented. So they knew they had to play with a different and a bigger edge, which they did. That's one thing that I wish I can take from Jared Verse and Brady Fisk's game, just how hard they play every single play. Like even Fisk, he 300 pounds, but you'll see him 40 yards down the field chasing the wide receiver. In practice too, that's another thing. Like in practice, he did it every day. Like the coaches will really sit and watch and show us, like, y'all see how Brady Fisk is playing right now. We had 11 guys who played like this. Yep. We'll be unstoppable. That's the biggest thing I took from Fisk and Verse.
Yeah, I love that, man. It's just setting the tone, and when your best players do that, it goes throughout the entire team. I want to ask both of you this, Darius. I'll start with you. And it kind of came up when you and I were just chopping it up about going against each other in practice. You guys have the opportunity to be two of the most dominant lines of scrimmage in the ACC, offensively and defensively. What is that like in practice? How are you getting each other better?
Every day we're trying to go after each other's necks. Like, we love each other, but we're trying to go after each other's necks because we've seen how it works, and we see that if we work hard against each other, that once we go against anybody else, it really won't be that hard.
Does it make game day easy, Patrick, when you're going against a team like that or an offensive line like that?
Very easy, just knowing, because like people don't understand how we practice. We get out there every single day.
We trying to get after each other.
Pods, one-on-ones. It's just
like,
I mean, look at the black eye.
Right.
That tells you everything you need to know.
every day.
Darius, give me the scouting report on Patrick. When you're describing him as a player, how would you describe him?
Very versatile. He can beat you with power and he can beat you with finesse, so you got to be ready for both. Because Pat is a very long, tall, lanky guy, so you have to be ready for just everything that he can bring at you. Because if he comes with a bull, like, you got to be able to stop the bull. But he can come with a bull and and finesse do like a spin or something like that. So you got to be ready for all of it. It's just you have to be very just technical and very smart when you're going up against long guys, especially like Pat.
Yeah. And look, we talked about leadership. You guys got one of the best leaders in the country in Coach Mike Norvell. How would you guys describe him as a leader in that locker room, the things that we don't get to see?
Consistency. He's consistent every day. How you guys see him right now, how he comes every day, he's like that every day. Like, he's just very consistent in how he teaches us how we work and just how we get after each other. Like, that's why practice is always the hardest.
My first day at Florida State ever, like when I first came to the school, I was walking in for a meeting. He went screaming. I was looking at him like, he good? Like, I was asking all the other coaches, like, he's like this every day. And then 3 years down the line, a lot of young kids and freshmen asking me that now, and I'm telling you, like, Coach Norvell is the same every day since I met him, and he care about his players for real.
Yeah, obviously last year you guys go 13-0 in the regular season, including the ACC championship game. But how important is it to both of you to lock down the state of Florida? I know that's something that both of you guys are Florida kids, you know what I mean? So how important is it for you to say, hey, look, at the end of the day, we beat Florida, we beat Miami, and whoever else we got to play from the state of Florida?
The best ball come out of the state of Florida. So if you win the state of Florida.
You heard me say it. I'm from Virginia, but I did go to Florida. You feel me? So I had to go to Florida State to get it right.
The best ball come out of the state of Florida. So, it's just, if you win the state, then you can conquer anything.
And it's big for, like, going back, because I'm from Miami originally. Like, going back, and you'll see the Miami guys. You'll see some of the guys who from Miami who went to Florida, and they can't even look at you crazy. They can't say nothing to you. They can't walk up to you and say, oh, we finna do this, we finna do that. Because one thing about me, I don't do no talking. I was just telling we'll see y'all when we see y'all.
Facts. I love that, man. I do want to circle back to your quarterback in DJU, and obviously the intimacy that we've all had with him, covering him already when he was at Clemson. How has he grown up in the time that you've seen him, or changed rather? How has he taken on the leadership role? Because it's a little bit different when you are following a guy like Jordan Travis, but also when you're coming in for 1 year and trying to be the guy. So what have y'all seen from him?
Like I said, this is leadership, this is mentality, how he comes in attack, just learning the offense, learning everything, learning his players, just learning, trying to be a great leader and a great teammate at first before anything. So that's one thing I really appreciate. This how great of a teammate that he's really been to us, and that is what Jordan Travis was, a great teammate, and that is what leaders need to be, a great teammate.
You can tell the unselfishness with him. Like, he knows he's going to be the guy real soon, very soon. Like, when it comes to the fans really knowing him and watching him play, he knows he's going to be the guy. But, like, even with the thing, like, he supposed to be here right now. He decided, no, I want to let the 2023 guys who was a part of that last year do that. That's a big thing, too, just knowing, like, he just like, I ain't gonna say he just like Jordan Travis, but that's exactly how Jordan Travis was. He never was about the spotlight, never was about the attention. He just loved his team, man.
I got one more, fellas. Who's the trash talker on the team? Like, who's the guy that, like, they going to get the rah-rah guy?
He said he don't talk.
Right.
It's got to be a DB.
Yeah.
It's got to be a DB.
I was just going to say, Shaheem Brown,
Shaheem Brown.
my roommate talked the most every day, and his offensive own tackle, Jamai Bynes.
Okay.
I like that.
Those two, those my two right there.
Okay.
All right,
You agree?
Yeah, I agree with those two.
Okay.
Like, not too many of us talk. We just like to go out and just show you.
Just show you what time it is.
Let the game do the talking. We're excited to watch you guys play this season. Congratulations on the honor of being here.
Thank you.
Of course, defending ACC champs as well. Good luck this season.
Thank you so much.